Hello, how are you doing? I will be continue this. Yesterday this was just kind of nope. I don't want to continue. So yeah, basically that happened.
Very well.
On this part, and the computer was kind of no. I don't want to continue. So basically that happened. Who are you? Noble? I don't know who is this.
From what
You have
I've
come
heard
at a
of dwarven
difficult
politics,
time.
I'm almost
Orzammar is
surprised we
ill
haven't seen
for
blood
want of
running these
kin.
streets.
Okay, 2 people talking. Okay, amazing. Beautiful.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
Okay, thank you. Can you say something to me?
I just get paid to speak the truth. If you have an issue, speak to my employer.
Okay, that's nice.
Atrasvala.
Okay, I have problems. Probably. Oh, this is something here. But let me just check here.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorse Lord Balin as the new king. Change is inevitable, and it must come quickly.
Palace. We need to keep going. Need to talk to something here. Okay, let's go here. I don't know what I'm touching things.
Me! Who would dare take from the memories?
We're going to, before talking to people, we're going to get the things that we need to click, select, open, just normal. I wish I can put this gaming kind of a faster. You can do it, actually. It will be interesting to listen to myself. High speed. Very interesting. Really.
It will be done.
For those who just tune in, I really wanted to do this live, but no, my computer cannot handle a real streaming thing. I will try next week, probably. Um, Streaming one day. I don't know. Probably next Friday. So I'm trying to make it like more towards the day that I am filming this. It's nothing else. Nothing else? Nothing? But it's so dark here. It's so dark. Just put some candles there. Oh, they're books. Not bad idea. But they're fire here and they're books. Oh my goodness.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am? Shaper of Memories?
The Shaper guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost ties. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here. Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shepherd. I'm sorry to disturb you. Goodbye.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon? Tell me some of Orzammar's history. History. I have no more questions.
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
There are any paragons in Orzammar now? Tell me some of Orzammar's history. Let's go back to my first question.
There is one paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
What is Branka now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
Tell me about it.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How did you lose your golems? Where is Kal Sharok? Enough story. Enough history. Let's talk basic Orzammar again.
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridin's tag is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this? What is it? A type. What is Kal Sharok?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery. At the other side of the old empire, during the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Did I question this? How did you lose your golem?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridin's tag is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Have I asked what is a type? I'm not sure.
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Let's go back to my first question. Oh, enough history, let's go back.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. Please, speak your mind.
I would like, yeah.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I become a half of a brother Barkle, a cleric of Redcliffe. One of Orzammar's own has returned to spread the chant. I ask only because it's the right thing to do.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors, and overturn 2,000 years of tradition.
Canning the charities could greatly aid Orzammar. What harm would it do to let him preach? Would you rather wait for a human army to convert you? But the chant must be sung from all corners of the world. I think I will go and persuade him.
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
No.
I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
That's nice. Thank you. So, it's nice. We have, I don't know, cunning. There we go.
Orden, I'm outraged. A thief and a shaper. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Okay. Just in case I'm saving every single thing that I do. Just in case. Okay. But it's Orta. Come on, Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research? Sounds important. Looking to hire help. I'll just stay out of your way.
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a good warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads. I could try to find them. I could look in return for some of your Orton wealth. Sorry, I don't have time for this.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig and any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Nice. Okay. I've decided something that I'm gonna do. You will hate me, I know, but you can do your own work. What I'm trying to do is two things, actually. I've decided that I will go and basically there is one moment that I need to stand up for one of the people.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Wait a second. Here we go. Yeah.
Warden, it is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your daughter. I am Bartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Any day against the Blight. Do you know who I am? This treaty obliged Orzammar to send troops to the surface. I have nothing to say to you.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Is there some way I could help? Can I talk to Balin? Battling the Blight is more important than politics. I've heard enough about your political difficulties.
You must understand, Haramont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
What must I do to prove my good intentions? I put King Eren self-supported. No, I thought King Edring it. I cannot talk. Oh my goodness. I thought King Edring himself supported Harmon. I promise I'm no spy. Knife in the heart, but it is the only son who still lives.
That hurts worst of all. That Haramont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
So...
Haramont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence, which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Just tell me where to go. What kind of evidence? Forget it. I'm not doing minutes of dirty work. I have to think about this. What kind of evidence?
Haramont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
I found Lady Dance and Lord Helmy right now. I have to think about this. Where did you keep the promissory notes? Isn't there someone you could report him to? I don't want to get involved in this.
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Haramont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
He'd hold a distant relative over this duty? I have to think about this.
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I find Lady Dance right now.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Okay. I will tell you this. It's the same. There is going to be something here that it won't cost anything. You do the things before, you do the things after. It will be the same. So now that we're here, we're going to do it anyway.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough. The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
That is it. Let me just talk to you.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a good warden? I am a guest of Prince Balin. I'm just observing. Pay me no mind.
Forgive me. I'm so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the Gate Guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our kin has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper healing until we have a king on the throne.
A blood is coming. Is there any way I can break this stalemate? What? I have no idea if I pronounced that right, but comment down below if I nailed it. So, who has the authority to aid me?
Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else.
Does the city not care? The world is about to end. Is there any way I can break... Oh, okay.
This is their world, and it ended when Endrin died. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you. Warden, I'm afraid the Assembly is still locked in debate. What can I do for you?
How is the legend looking now? Who is on the Assembly? Is there any way I can break this? Oh, no. Let me know when it stops bickering.
At this point, they're stone for stone. I wouldn't put any coin on the outcome. It's still up in the air, though. One big surprise, and it could go either way. Warden, I'm afraid the Assembly is still locked in debate. What can I do for you? Only members of the noblest houses are eligible. Those who claim a Desha, General, or Paragon among their ancestors. As steward, I am a non-voting member. I'm not permitted to voice opinions about the vote, although I am forming some about our members.
Okay, let me know.
Not until something forces their hands, I'm afraid. Only Balin or Harrowmont can settle this.
I know exactly who I'm going to talk to, or who I'm going to help, but because they give you some money and some stuff, we will help both. You can do that, as long as you don't leave any allegiance to anyone. It's kind of lying, but well. Come on.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against the blight. I have nothing to say to the usurper. I will speak with Lord Harrowmont. I'm busy right now. Can talk later.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
How can I prove I'm not working for Balin? What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly? Stop playing games. This treaty compels you to help me. Bartok wants me to besmirch. I think it's like that. I know that. Comment down below if I nailed it. Harrowmont's reputation.
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today.
The Deschers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you would like me to enter the Proving Harmon's name? Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out? Why would you assembly care who wins some tournament?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the Proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides. I'll enter the Proving and see why the others withdrew. I will not let Harmon send me on this run around. I'm about to put the second one because it's like I don't want to start picking sides. I have no idea. Maybe it will lead me to not have more quests from them, so I will enter.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Okay. Well, I will tell you one thing. You need to save this thing because... Spoiler alert! I won't say anything. I'm kind of in evil mode. Evil mood. Oh yes, evil mode on. Kind of like that. Yeah! Woo. That's it. What are you? I need to see. Oh, I never knew what it does. I think it does something, and you need to have another one set, I guess.
I shall.
Oh. Yeah.
Enemy. Watch out.
This is awesome. We have to get out of here.
Oh. Wrong character. They had the wrong weapons.
What's going on?
Of course.
By the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things. Thanks again, Warden.
Oh, you're welcome, darling. You're welcome. There is nothing here. Ugh. Really? Come on. Okay. There's nothing. Really. Ooh, there's a chest here. Liliana, it's your turn, darling. Love letter. Whew. You need to pick all the love letters, so you need someone like that. Ooh, more things.
Yes.
Oh, another class. Yeah. What am I doing? Oh, nope. You will be like, you can press a button and it will be saved. Yeah, but I want to make sure that it's really saved, not just fast saved or something. Many kings and Villavians have rushed into storage, including trophies of his long reign. Among other bosses is a small class. Magical cold, Jackson. Take the veil. Breaks. Revenant. Come on!
Now you die! Let's make it quick! You're victorious. Very well.
Stays. That's wonderful. Come on. There we go. Something else? Like anything on the walls? Anything? Sometimes there are things on the walls. Okay.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Okay. This is how. There we go.
Lord Balin's impending marriage to a castless proves his dedication to Kane.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Okay, it's the same thing as before.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending...
I'm so sorry for that.
If you're looking for Lord Dulin Forender, you'll find him in the
There we go. Do some stuff here.
It will be done.
Come on, Liliana. Your tricks.
It's done. You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
Okay, thank you. I will tell you they won't say anything, so don't even bother. There's nothing else there. What about this one?
These are the personal apartments of High General Lord Harrowmont. No visitors are allowed at this time.
But I opened it. Okay. Okay, so
I just get paid to speak the truth. If you have an issue...
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone on it. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapsters and ground yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? Ha!
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
that's nice.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
I should leave before you start complaining about me too. Who are you? Who is Ogren? Oh. What do you mean, barely warrior caste? What were you arguing about?
I'm Loylanar Ivo, warrior, which is more than I can say for that useless sod.
Who was he?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What happened? What do you mean, gelded him?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of Smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Ogren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branka's honor. Then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through.
Oops. Wasn't the duel to first blood? Is that what you two were arguing about, Branka? I would go for 4.
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Why does Ogren care so much about Branka? And why Branka did go into the deep roads?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
Branka was married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
Oh, I should get going now. It's because you leave. But why did Branka go into the deep roads? How did she become a paragon?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Actually, before you...
Did you see any guardsmen? Tell them Ogren was at it again.
Thank you. Saving it. Here we go. Before going, I need to do something. Because this
Would the end of Orzammar be nigh?
I completely forgot about this.
News
Oh
of the
my
hour.
God.
Lord Harrowmont entrenched in the pass.
I think there won't be someone trying to hit me for now.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories?
Could you look at these promissory papers for me?
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperit. Where did you get these?
Burton Gathon gave them to me in Lord Harmon's personal library. That's not important.
And he scripted these counterfeits? This is a serious crime. I will have the Ministry of Lands begin an investigation into the Gavorns immediately.
The papers are forged. This is unnecessary. I withdraw my questions. My question, I should leave.
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical.
Thank you. I need to have words with someone. Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin? Is it true you're related to Harmon? What do you know about Burton? I think that the 2, 3, and 4 will be okay. It's not like you will cut, but you never know.
The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king, and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested.
Thank you. I need to have words with someone. You get to vote on the next king. I don't know the 3rd. Probably you wouldn't be eliminated. But yeah, well, let's go with the 3.
The Shaperit do not vote. We simply record history as it happens.
But you have a preference for king.
I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word.
Okay, thank you for that. Yes.
He is a kinsman, yes. If you count to the 6th degree of remove, I am related to every noble lineage still represented in Orzammar. I can even trace my descendant directly to House Saigmund, which lost its tie to the Darkspawn 13 generations ago.
And 3.
The Gavorn family is a minor one, founded when a daughter of the Ferender house married down to a warrior caste man. Her brother died, leaving her family heirless. So the assembly granted him a new family name and allowed him to adopt his daughter's children as heirs. Vartag Gavorn is on record asking the assembly to bar Harrowmont from King Endrin's sick room. He is a vocal supporter of Prince Balin.
Okay. Thank you. I need to have words with someone.
You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar.
This is a difficult one. I will do things before going directly to him.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont's insinuations against Lord...
I think that if I do something with Shale,
Lord Balin is
in some sort of...
bad man.
I think it...
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is failing.
This thing is the thing that I will do last. That's why I'm leaving that person there without talking to her. So, yeah. But first, I want to catch the thief that stole the book. That's what I wanted to do. But if we can talk to people before that, let's do it. Okay, what is the thing to do? It's nothing. I need to come here because we need to talk to that person. Oh, yeah.
So, who you looking hearing rumors that
a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
I'll do it.
We're helping the guy.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Get out of here. This is private business.
What's going on here? Looks more like an extortion. Is this man threatening you? Alright, I'll go.
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Take a good look. You really want to start this? The Carta? That sounds like a threat. I risk it. Let's go for intimidate. I want to see I can intimidate them.
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Okay. Leave. Good. Let's... Although I won't get experience because I am not killing them. That was so bad. I could have killed them. Oh well.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
You guys start by telling me, look around your store. What do you know about this Jarvia? No thanks unnecessary. Goodbye.
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
I should let you get back to your work. What do you have for sale? What do you know about the Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
I should let you get back to work. What do you have to sell? They're children as well? You go that far? The caste divide is deep indeed.
Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no acknowledgement by the Shapers. They are destined to be criminals. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about. Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss? I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
You don't need to, but yeah, we'll go for all the stuff. You need to do that. Come on. For some reason I cannot. Oh, okay. Still isolation. Yeah. Delirium. We'll do some stuff. The fruit. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, this is okay for the lovely golem that we have as a companion. Yay! There's nothing else here. Okay, good. Ah, we need a flask. How many flasks? Okay. Let's go for that. Let's go and buy some.
Let us
Come
be
on.
careful.
No. Talents. No. Skills. No. I need someone else for that. Ah! Someone that I don't have here. She doesn't have the skills. The one that has the skills is Morgan. I will talk to her later. Let's first try to let's talk to him. Let's see if we can persuade him.
Welcome to Janar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mayo. At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Let me see what you've got. Then we can get all this because I think it won't sell us anything.
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Okay, he has nothing. Okay. Here we go.
Atras Vala, stranger. Here for armor or conversation?
Do you know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
You're part of the Smith caste. Jana, do you have a daughter named Dagna? Oh.
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
Wasn't the Paragon Branca a smith?
That she was. The best to walk these tunnels since Caridin himself. Threw it away, chasing old dreams, though.
Who studied him? What do you mean, Branca threw it all away?
The best smith who ever lived, bar none. He gave us the secret of forging golems that could walk, talk, and defend our borders. When we had them, no dwarf had to risk himself against the Darkspawn. It was a golden age for the Smith caste. His work was lost centuries ago when his tide fell to the Darkspawn. No one even knows where it is anymore. Didn't last 6 months as a noble before she set into the deep roads looking for ancient secrets. Now she's dead in the tunnels. All that brilliance wasted. Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
No, she wasn't even... She hasn't been any bother. She wants to become a mage. I'd like to help her study with the mages.
Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her.
Let me just see if we can work this out. I won't save the things that I'm going to do. Otherwise, I know it's the day that I will send her to the...
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
I don't even know that. That's quite impressive.
Thank you, great lady. But am I right in guessing you haven't left Orzammar yet?
I'm not leaving Orzammar until this section is resolved. I'm on my way there now. Why did you ask me to do it again? Why are you so interested in magic anyway? Your father doesn't want you go into the circle.
You talked to him? Of course he won't let me go. He wants to sell me off for the highest dowry. I don't care if I lose my caste. I'll stay on the surface forever.
What are you so...
Here in Orzammar, we're surrounded by stone and tradition and more stone. Nothing ever changes. But to break every natural law by thinking about it, to dream and walk in a realm where everything you think comes true, I can't imagine anything more wonderful.
I think I'm not leaving until this election is resolved. Oh, I should get going. I should get going.
I'll be waiting.
Let me see if the father can be like persuade again.
Please don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong and that her place is with her family.
Be going on.
Then please tell.
No, apparently I need to be like, oh yeah.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
I don't even know that. That's quite impressive.
Thank you, Great Lady. But am I right in guessing you haven't left Orzammar yet?
I'm not leaving. I would think that I would tell her I'm not leaving Orzammar until the election is resolved.
Well, I've waited 19 years. Another month won't kill me.
There we go. Thank you. Probably I will do that afterwards. Before going to the deep roads. Yes, you need to go to the deep roads in a moment. Oh.
Do you miss the cloister much?
I'm so sorry. I need to go somewhere else.
Yes, I was generally. It was peaceful and it gave me a new start. No one knew who I was, but sometimes I am glad I am away and back on the road. There were bothersome things about the place. Well, bothersome people. Some of the brothers and sisters would talk to you like the chant they spoke was more pleasing to the Maker. Oh, I hated the way they talked down at me. So sometimes I forget the words to the chant, or say them wrong. But so what? The Maker looks into your heart, no? So it doesn't matter what your lips say, as long as your heart is true.
I think you're missing the point, my dear. The Chantry believes the chant of light should be spread around the world. You cannot spread it if those that are speaking the chant are speaking it incorrectly.
But I came to the Maker before I had even heard all of the chants. The Maker speaks to people. They just don't know how to listen. It is all a power game, I think. If they convince others they know more, then they must be respected.
Oh, child, it is precisely this kind of talk that made them wary of you. Opinions that differ from your own are always threatening.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you for praise meetings.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
It's this one, but I cannot. Okay.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Your allegiance is... your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why? It's clear. Oh, there is a dot there. A period there. Why? You approve of this chaos?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons. And the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade. Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
Blood is coming, Orzammar can be divided.
Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you.
Let me see what you have.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
What is that? 1 point. 1 or more points to spend in attributes. This is 15. Oh, there's another one. Oh, this. Yeah, give me all these gifts. Oh, I was about to get this one, but it's 15 gold. Oh.
It will. Oh dear. The differences between this side of town and the others is striking.
Yep. There we go.
We'll get plenty for their kid once we cut them out.
Thank you. These gardens are amazing. I love them. I love it.
I never left this part.
Nothing else? That only? Really? Not good. Not good. Okay.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
That sounds like a man with something to hide. I'm Elisa, Grey Warden. Never mind, I was just leaving.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I've had to hear what you're saying. Sounds like I wouldn't approve your kind of opportunity.
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell Lyrian, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that Lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, so you know his buyer. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
You have a deal. 50 is a bit much when you've got no options. 40. It must be dangerous if you're paying so much. Smuggling is illegal. I'm turning you in.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Okay, I thought that this one, no, but this one will be like, maybe be against it, but no, she wasn't. Okay. Shall we?
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
I'm looking for a thief who dared steal from the shipment. What makes you think I'm looking for anything?
I'm no fool. Nobody just wanders around in Dusttown. You're here looking for me, and I don't like it. You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Enemy is ahead!
You will be
Yep, that's what I needed. Wait a second. I missed the shop. Yeah. I missed the shop. I know there is a shop there, so.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
This doesn't look like a store. Never mind, I just leave it. Let me see your wares.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
I have some spare equipment. What you give me?
Why don't you take a look?
Thank you. These are not. No. This one is legend. This one, I don't know if that is just for potions. Okay. This too. Lyrium. Death beats. Deep mushrooms. I don't know the toxins extract. I will buy this, but I don't know if something that you don't know is something that I've done before. In the camp, the elves ask for some materials, and that is the deep mushrooms, the stuff that I'm just buying, but I'm not sure certain things, so I need to see that so I can buy those things. Okay.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
Here's 5 syllables. Buys yourself some food. What? I'll buy you a generous kick in the face, if you ask again.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet, if my feet still worked. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
How did you get crippled? Tell me about the Dusttown. Where's a body to go to get drunk around here? Actually, I was just leaving.
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carter when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Can't they just get away with that? With the Carter. Sounds like you deserved it.
Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carter's who runs Dust Town. Jarvia's got her boys everywhere. They tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want. If you have that kind of coin, Sauroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
What do you mean by brand?
It means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
What should you do?
If you have that kind of...
Oh,
Take
sorry.
yourself up to Tapster's. I'll just...
I'm so sorry. I just...
Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's from my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
It's my bed. I don't know if the first one will stop doing it or I can keep talking to her. So let me just go for the first one and see if I can talk to her or just go back and talk to her again.
Thank you. That a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
Oh, what does the family want you to do? What's wrong? You stay upset. Is there some way I can help you? I don't have time for your hysterics. Goodbye.
My name is Erlenda. I wasn't always like this. I was born to a mining caste family. We weren't wealthy, but I never went hungry before. Now it's all gone, and it's my own fault. Ancestors cursed me, but there's nothing I can do to set it right.
Spit it out already. What happened? What does your family want you to do? Your son is a bastard.
I fell in love. He seemed so exotic, you know, tough and smart, and never had to bow his head to anyone. He was casteless, and I know he was just trying to father a higher caste child so he could petition for status. But our child was a son, casteless like his father. My parents disowned me and stripped my caste from me. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
Maybe I could reason with your family. That's horrible. If you're a minor, why would your son be casteless? Is there another solution? But that sounds like the best option, I'm afraid.
You would do that? But why?
Don't look at Gift Warden in the mouth. Nice there. I don't like to see Chaisafa. Ozama must change with the times. I was hoping you offer me a reason.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
There we go. Is there something here? Vivian, it's your turn, darling. Fancy day.
It's done.
A dagger? Okay. There we go. There we go.
As you like.
This door appears to be made so stern they're not visible. Means to open it. Continue. Across her expression there's a small slot concealed or stern, just enough for finger. This slot. See nothing but blackness. Do nothing. Okay, let's talk to this one.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did. I'm asking the questions here. I'm Lisa, pleased to meet you.
My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
No, that doesn't happen. You just have to hold on real tight with your feet. She was right. Better not go up. So.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Thank you. How's things dead?
I shall.
We need to go 2 places. The first thing is the dumpster. It's the bar. Let's have a drink. A tavern. The bar, tavern, bar, basically the same. Okay. So, need to keep talking. Patreon.
So you're
Cora.
Grey Ward.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I like a drink. I'm looking for someone. I like to hear a bit about the city. I'm just looking around.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
That's all things. Is there any place I should say when I'm here? I'm looking for someone.
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the Castlists build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving.
I like to drink. What is the Proving?
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
I'm looking for someone.
Aye? Maybe I can help.
I thought Ogren might be here. I'm looking for Dueling. I'm looking for a man named Woodard.
He should be by the trash barrel. Easy to spot. Everyone gives him a wide berth.
Oh, come on. Wait a second.
Did you need something else, Warden?
Looking for someone.
Aye? Maybe I can help. He should be by the trash barrel. Easy to spot. Everyone gives him a wide berth.
This is someone that I... Well, never mind. Excuse me.
Did you need something else? With
Come in,
52 types of ale, 17 types of meat, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
I have some ale. I'd like some meat. Run a few best brew for myself and the house. I changed my mind. Around.
Someone's feeling generous. A round of Valentus Red for everyone. This, my friend, is the Paragon of Ales. The best your money can buy. Enjoy.
Yep. There we go.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Not interested, thanks. Who are you? I don't mind if I do. I'm looking for a first to share your face.
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's expeditionary field unit. Yourself?
I'm Lisa Warden. You work for Balin. Who is your unit fighting?
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka, something like that.
Thanks for the drink, but I should go. You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines. I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
He's usually fighting. Never been in the Deep Roads.
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live. Watch yourself.
Oops.
Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
I'm supposed to be the second one, not the first one.
The Deep Roads aren't for the faint of heart.
Why they
Told him I don't understand where the proof.
Ordeal.
I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really?
What are you looking at, stranger?
I met your daughter. Are you Ordale? What kind of monster throws his child out on the street? Nothing, I'm just here for a drink.
I could be. What business is it of yours?
I met your daughter.
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine.
That's right. If you don't take Sonia back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
He's a baby, not a cur. And she loves him. Could you pretend that your child never existed? You have to take them both.
Look, just tell her we never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Okay, thank you. That was easy. I said that I won't say this one.
Back so soon? The proving is not finished. What happened?
I'm just heading to a brew now. What do you ask me to do again? The proving tell me about them. What wants me to show people that kind of was cheap?
That you spoke to him even after our discussion is not reassuring. I assume you still intend to fight in the proving.
The proving, tell me more.
Provings are how our ancestors show their judgment, pitting body against body in a ring of scared stone. Everyone in Orzammar accepts that judgment.
Who is fighting for Balin today?
The usual. A couple of Idukans, some Gavorns. He has many men lined up, but not all of them are top-ranking. Piotin Idukan and Wojciech Ivo are his best. They're both unpredictable, and some of the best fighters Orzammar has seen. I served under General Harrowmont for 3 years. Under his command, every dwarven life is important. He would not waste even a single soldier. He is the king Orzammar needs, especially in a blight. Balin would call any fight a victory so long as he remains standing. Good luck. Lord Harrowmont will pray for your swift victory.
Ogren. Something else that he needs to say.
What do you want?
Hey, I heard about you, Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
Sure, no. You or this Branka? All the rest of whom? Not only concern is rising allies against the Blight. Not my only. My only concern is Raiden.
Power-hungry Deep Lords. The only real concern they have is whose ass gets the throne. You don't have to play dumb, Warden. Their lackeys only come to me when they want something. Well, if you want the secrets of a paragon, do the work and find her.
Is that who Branka is? She's the paragon?
City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the Deep Roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the Ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it?
What are you talking about? What technology? If I genuinely want to help you?
You are looking for it. Of course, that's all anyone cares about it. Well, sod off and sod your mother, too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Ogren.
Well, let's go to, because we want to talk
Sod
again.
off, Duster.
There we go. We need to go 2 places. So yeah.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'm so sorry I had to go for the event. I wanted to finish this in the moment that we go to the proving, so let's complete some stuff.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Freddy wants you both to come home. What did you want me to do again? I'm so sorry, I haven't asked yet. Let me just go back.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Okay, that's nice.
question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer Mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
Before go exactly starting the proving, we need to go to the circle to do the tasks. Yeah, that's what we need to do. But I will do that next video. So, yay!
They don't kill each other in the arena, do they? I mean, why would anyone find that entertaining?
I think that I will leave this video here. Let me just check all the things that I can read or I can search, just to have that less in my mind. One less thing in my mind. There we go. The rest, it will be like... Okay. Nothing else here. No. Nope. Something else? Nope. Okay. There we go. To the other side. Just in case there is something we can read or we can touch. Nothing yet. I need to talk to people, but that will be next video. Otherwise it will be way too long. Nothing here to talk to read or touch. Okay, well, I will leave this here, and well, see you in the next video. Bye bye.